Got 8 minutes to go. Well, hopefully we got everything going on here. All right. 5 seconds in. Hey, folks, what's up? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be on this little blueberry ball that we call Earth, the globe. No, I'm not a flat earther at all. But howdy do. Happy Thanksgiving for you folks that are in the United States. Good old religion too. Mike in the house over there, Sheldon and Don, Hannah B. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe. And I pinned a little message up there on the Blues and G. Gil, what's going on, brother? Sue, hey. I appreciate it. So I did pin a message. My friend Julie and her husband, Jeff, are going through a hell of a battle right now with cancer. And Jeff is going to have to go back and rethink and do some other stuff with his cancer treatment. Which, please, if you are of the ilk that you could pray, send prayers to Julie and Jeff, if you don't mind. Stimulate. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Appalachian Tales of Terror. Jimmy, buddy, appreciate you. Are you kidding me? In the house? Holy cow, how am I sounding? Am I doing all right? Audio doing pretty good. Looks like, hold on a second. Let me head over here and look at my scoreboard here. It does look like my audio is going out. So I know over on the radio, Paranormal Radio app, it's going out pretty good. Let me see if it's going out over here. Go to the audio part. Yeah, it should be coming out pretty good. Tonight, we're going to just give thanks. I've got a few videos to show you. Stimulate. Long time no see, buddy. AJK is in the house over here. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. More than you know. If it wasn't for you guys and gals, I wouldn't be here. For sure. Michigan Dogman, MI Dogman, what's going on, brother? Happy Thanksgiving. And let's go ahead and do the prayer, and we'll get this old show rocking. And then we'll get her going. Humbly ask our Lord Jesus Christ that if it be in accordance with your holy will, that all curses, evil, demonic involvement, and or attacks being sent against all of us be blocked and be sent back from whence it came. Father, please send your angels of mercy, caring and support and healing to Frank and Warren J., Shelley and Aiden, Laura, Gracie, Julie and Jeff, Sharon Guy, Patrick, Brenda, Julie S., Aaron and Erica, Lakea, AJK, Claire Ellis, Dahl, Gil, Jalen, Breland, plus their mama Janice. Stimulate, Jack and his children, Juanita Hicks, Lee, Amy, Beth, and Kurt and their father, Wes and his dad, T. Willis, and Daryl Pratt. And anyone else that has unspoken prayers, please, Father, you can bless them any way you see fit. Please look after each and every one of us as we go through this life. Amen. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. All right, folks. So, what's going on? Yeah, buddy. Absolutely, Jimmy. Absolutely. Chris Jarvis is in the house. I see that. Happy Thanksgiving to you, fine sir. Now, got to cut. Well, hold on a second. Let me get to make sure I got. So again, I rebooted my computer and everything I had set up, and I actually got. I think it got it pretty well. What I'm going to do here is the first little bit. Open, with preview app, and open. First one's kind of got me confused, but I'm kind of pretty sure that somebody out in there in the old let me get rid of this. I was about ready to do something, and then my old brain started to saying, well, buddy, you can't do that. Now, if you are of the identification of what this might be, I'd appreciate it. I think. Well, so again, I have, what is this thing? I already got this thing. Hold on just a second. I don't know why the heck that's jumping up like that. I wish I had made sure I had all this prep, but I kind of fooled myself into thinking that this wasn't it. Son, I learned to leave this computer alone. Well, I'm going to have to do something with my MacBook, which I told myself I would never do it again. I'm going to have to open this sucker up and replace a fan on the MacBook, which the fan wasn't that expensive. It was like, I think total it was like $20. No, actually got a bunch of $15. So it wasn't that bad. So I got that coming about the end of the month to get this thing running. It started squealing on me. I was like, what the heck's that? But first off, what I'm going to present as an offering to get these, whatever the heck this is, going. What the heck is this? Now, I found this, I believe this was over on maybe Reddit or Twitter. I'm not exactly sure what the heck that is. What is that? Silent Rain. Yes, I absolutely do believe that everybody needs to have a happy Thanksgiving, without a doubt. God bless y'all. Just one of those, a raccoon paw. Okay, if it's a raccoon paw, then Jimmy, I would hate to see a raccoon that's that size. Have you seen a raccoon that size? I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. First thing I thought was a marsupial of some sort. And Sheldon says it's a beaver. Are beavers that big? Big as a? I'm assuming that is a adult hen, but I don't know. That's a beaver. That's a beaver. No, that's a beaver. Okay. Well, hey, I just wanted to do a discussion with y'all and see what the heck that would be. Let's see. Let me go over here. Sort of looks like it's got a opposing. It's got 4 digits and an opposing thumb, maybe. And of course, Dark Woods jumps in right at the last minute and saves the day with the number 5. There you go. And AJK beavers are big, or at least the ones I've messed with are. Well, I can honestly tell you, I have never been eye to eye with beaver, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. The beavers are big, at least the ones I've messed with. Kind of jumped in there and slid a little something in there. But yeah, there's the first offering. But holy cow, how are you folks doing? What are you guys drinking tonight? I think I've got just a couple, about 3-4 sips of medium dark roast tonight. Pretty sure. Beaver paw. All right. Well, I just lied. That was just one sip. Maple vanilla cappuccino. Oh, it's that foo-foo stuff. At least it's not cold. It's not cold. So, and if you're just turning in, this is the pre-Thanksgiving Chasing the Truth Paranormal whatever. Oh crap! Really? Seriously? Hopefully my video is not too choppy because I just saw something. I thought I the internet issue, but screw that. Just Wawa. Okay. Chris says, till 8,000 years ago, we had giant beavers in Ohio. Almost the size of a Volkswagen. Oh my God. And then we got Russ in the house there too. All right. Let's see. Let me pull up. Let me see. I've got a few possible Bigfoot videos, and a UFO. Let me see if this UFO is going to. Yes. That video is going to. Actually, I kind of like this video. Got to turn the video down, the audio. Audio is not going to help with something like that. But give me just a second, and we'll add this video here. And this is UFO videos I found. I'm not exactly sure where the origin is, whether it's in the United States or North America or what have you. Yeah. Hit share screen. That's the one I want. There we go. And here we go. Now, I've seen videos that sort of look like a Millennium Falcon for the last several years. Has anybody seen something like that? Now, I don't think this is of, well, the only thing I could probably think of is maybe it is a FAA plane coming in and we're looking at front headlights. What do you think? Is that a UFO, UAC, or UAP, or whatever that is? I don't know. Now, there's a lot of scuttlebutt out there that everybody can jump on and say, "Hey, that's a freaking bunch of flares." Okay. We got 59 pounders here on Short Creek AJK. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, if you want to be a part of the show here, let me go ahead. Super Sleuth, you're not late. You're just right on time, buddy. You are not late at all. Now, if you want to be a part of the show, you can either use the stream link I just popped in and jump in here and do whatever you need to do. Let me banners. That's the one I want right there. Haha. There we go. Exactly what I was looking for. Now, I don't know. I have seen so many of these videos, been sent so many of these videos. I've actually got probably about 5 or 6 gigs of videos of UFOs, and this is actually a fairly decent one that I've seen. I've got one posted on my YouTube channel as I think maybe a short or something, but that's from like a year or two ago. What do you think? Are the UFOs real? Is all this, scuttlebutt? Are these something that has traveled across great distances, or maybe from another dimension into this place? Or are these things part of the end times? Remember, the Bible says that we'll see all kinds of wonders in the sky. Where's your bald partner in crime tonight? Which bald partner are we talking about? I don't have a bald partner. Bald partner. You'll have to explain it. I don't have a bald partner whatsoever. Actually, I don't have a partner at all. What partner are we talking about? The only one I know that's bald I'm friends with is DW. I don't know where the heck that frickin' thing is. I don't know where he is at. I'm pretty sure he's probably down in either Texas or somewhere near the Gulf of Mexico somewhere, I would say. I meant just curious. Sorry, wrong person. Okay, all right. Don't know. I know a few bald people in this field of podcasting, but the only ones I've had that co-hosted with me were both female. They were definitely not bald. They were definitely not bald. Oh yeah, Thaddeus. Thaddeus is bald. Yeah, Wes. I talked to him yesterday on text message, and I sent him a weather update that the Panhandle of Texas tomorrow may have some major snowstorm. Believe it or not, anywhere in the United States, and you would think that on Thanksgiving Day it wouldn't be Texas that would have snow, but from the weather forecast I saw yesterday, I hadn't looked at them today, but Texas definitely has a good chance. Hannah, I too early for snow for me. Definitely too early for snow for me. Me and Dee was talking this morning. Said DW was in Texas somewhere. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I honestly, I hadn't. Last time I talked to James was he called me probably about 2 weeks ago. I don't think I've texted him or called him since, or vice versa. So there you go. Don't know. Yeah, too soon. The only time I'd want to see any kind of snow will be on Christmas. The rest of it, y'all can have at it, but I just don't. Snow. When I was a kid, I loved snow because one, it kept me from going to school. So there you go. Never had snow amounts of anything. I will tell you one thing. That let me remove this. The one thing that I remember when I got out of when I first got out of college and I got my first real job in healthcare, I was a respiratory therapist for a hospital near here, and there was a blizzard in 1995, 6 here. And I was living here at the time because I just had graduated and started doing, getting set up to where I was going to do some adulting. And a big blizzard hit to the tune of it snowed so much here you couldn't see the top of cars, just little bubbles out of the car. That's all you could see. Trucks, maybe a little bit more of a bubble, but that's about it. Hadn't seen that kind of snow in quite a while. That's probably the biggest snow of my lifetime that I have seen. Sean, that's never going to snow here at Christmas. It's our Sue, I believe you. Yep, I remember you're on the other side of the world. And Shell's in the house. Thanksgiving Eve from South Florida. Yep. I don't think you're going to see any snow, but the Panhandle of Texas is going to see some or have a good chance of it. So I don't know. Got off early day tomorrow, folks. I'm going to call it a night. I'll send you an email, Sean. We will get the show with you. That sounds good, bro. We'll get her set up there. Then see snow till you was 30. I remember when I was in like third grade. And we were out of school the entire month because of snow. I think it was in January, actually. December in through January is when that happened. I mean, it was an entire month of snow. Ice, snow, you name it. Crazy stuff. So let's put this back up on here. And what do you think this is? Is this a plane? Is this a bunch of flares coming out of a airplane? Well, it looks like it's moving. Could that be a plane coming in for a landing? Well, DW, I appreciate you popping in, and I've missed your number fives every time I've asked for somebody to vote. So I kind of missed that, to tell you the truth. Frost on grass in 77, they called it snow. No way. Swamp gas, AJK says. Swamp gas. Yeah, probably swamp gas. Swamp gas. Let's see. Next one up, I've got, let's see. Just visiting. Got a stalking Sasquatch video. Then I got another one that's kind of stalking Sasquatch video. And I've got the old Patterson film that I'd like to, everybody's seen it, but, I don't think I actually showed it on a live stream. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I've got the entire video, but I'm pretty sure that's probably copywritten. But the little bit where it's walking around, Patty, I've got that one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is supposedly down in Antarctica that I'm about ready to show you. Move. That's a UFO, OJK says. Okay, well, there we go. Let me share screen, share this out. Now, everybody has, if you're part of this group of people, probably heard all kinds of crazy stuff. Do you miss the pizza man, Sean? The pizza man. The pizza man. Who's the pizza man? I haven't had a pizza in a while. I think the last time I had a pizza was about 2 months ago. That I didn't make myself, but our delivery pizza was about 2 months ago. But this supposedly is a down in Antarctica, a big cave system. Borehole. Never mind, no work. Well, I can tell you the one thing I miss about my late brother Travis. He would start talking about hunting trips. Probably mid-October. You wouldn't hear anything else. I'm going hunting. Thanksgiving, you might see him on Thanksgiving Day. Late in the evening. But only after he went out in the forest and bagged him a deer, for sure. First looks, it's the classic UFO, but I have questions. Well, any video that you pop up, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, you should have some questions about it. And Chill says she highly suspects that's man-made. Okay, well, maybe. They've got some bore machines that can bore right through miles and miles. Well, looks like it came out of the hole. Okay. Well, it's definitely got the swirl patterns that something is carved through it. But I don't know. Big Cole, hey, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining on this Thanksgiving Eve live show. Now, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call at 931-994-6917. 931-994-6917. Chris is Alaskan boerworm. Hot-blooded Alaskan boerworm. There you go. And let's go ahead and remove that one. I don't know enough about something like that happening. What could cause that, especially if it actually is in Antarctica? What kind of machinery it would take to bore something like that? There was one I wanted to show you guys. I have, let me put in here in my Bigfoot winter. Aha, here's one. Let me This is apparently from Idaho. This is another Bigfoot, possibly Bigfoot video. Sort of looks like a Bigfoot video, but we'll see. This is only like 17 seconds long. Is this a dude in a costume? Or is this a Bigfoot to, kind of saying, hey, I'm going to go grab some tacos somewhere? Donnie Cho, what's going on? Primal Cry. Good to see you. Hadn't seen you in Coon's age. There you go. A guy in costume. Are you kidding me? Says. Arms see to be long enough. Well, whatever it is, whoever it is, or if it is a Bigfoot, it's got the stature of a Bigfoot, or at least a linebacker. Anyway, a huge linebacker. I've seen these. Mark Anders made the suit to start the documentary, but never made it. So this is actually a suit, Jimmy. Is that what you're saying? Sasquatch have arms that go past their knees. I would probably beg to differ on that. There's so many videos out there where you have kind of short arms for Bigfoot, but then again, you have exactly the very long arms that are like 2/3 of the body frame, or the body length anyway. Yep, it's fake according to Jimmy, which, hey, I'm all in for saying it's real or fake. I honestly don't know if it's real or fake, to tell you the truth. But Jimmy says it's fake. I will go with that. And there you go. So, real or fake? 1 for fake, 2 for real, 3 if you have no clue, and for Dark Woods, number 5 will do for any kind of. Yep, there's number 5 jumped in before I even got it out of my mouth. Look at that. Let's see. Got a cloaking Bigfoot here. Everybody has been listening or seeing. Vulcan says number 3, Vulcan Death Grip. Now, I think I've showed this before, maybe over on DW's channel. Maybe. But here we go. This is only 13 seconds long. What do you think about cloaking Bigfoot? Now, the only other thing is there is a filter that does something like this over on TikTok. Kind of, it looks like the Predator thing. Definitely looks like the Predator. What is? I have no clue. Joanne, good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving or whatever Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah, there you go. So, what are your ideas, thoughts on cloaking Bigfoot, cloaking Dogman, cloaking whatever this may be? Right there. Is that a filter, a TikTok filter? I've seen some TikTok filters that are kind of like that. Yep. I remember. I can't remember if I showed it on this channel or over on DW's channel. Don't know. But I'm showing it again anyway. Just to open up a discussion of what might be out there. Don't think they cloakers are usually mantis aliens. They call Glimmerman. Oh, okay. I've had a few callers talk about Glimmerman a couple times. It's interesting. For sure. Glimmerman. So, mantis UFO alien type deal. That's kind of cool. Call in, buddy. Let me make sure I've got my audio ready set up for you. Call in anytime you want to, 931-994-6917. We'll have us a talk if you want to call in. Death grip, I believe in cloaking change of form, but they can be anything in the video. Well, I have found a over on TikTok that actually does something similar. Kind of meld you into something. What the heck's that? No, I don't want to see that. I just want to see what the alert was. Aha. Kind of cool. If you want to send me an email at shawngraham@imdarkwaters.com. If you got, let me make sure that I've got that thing going. I've got 4 new emails since I've been on here. Yeah, I know that one. Okay. And where I paid a bill. That's kind of cool. They let me know that I paid a bill right before Thanksgiving. I think I've seen Glimmerman in San Francisco. Wow. Holy cow. Really? That'd be interesting. For sure. I'd love to talk to you about that stimulant. And let's see, who else is in here that I haven't seen come in yet? Give you a hey howdy. War Criminal 7's in the house. Let's see. I said hello to Primal. I think that's all the new ones that popped in. All right, there you go. No, I don't want to show that one either. I found a couple of interesting videos that are not appropriate for paranormal whatever, but cat fighting between humans. Let's see what else I've got here. Okay, let's go with this. Bigfoot or not, let's go cloaking here and then reshare something. Present, share screen, and then we'll go here. I've seen this over on TikTok more than any place else. Hunter claims to have recorded huge creature on a solo hunt, November 2022. And I think there's some music in here, so I kind of turned the audio off on that. But, you know, I don't think there's any audio on here that will be beneficial to say what the heck that is. Can you believe we've already been on this for like 30 minutes? Sugar Britches, hey, what's going on? So is this a Bigfoot? Or is this a guy in a, well, he's got the pointy head, that's for sure. All right, Jimmy, give me just a second and we'll get you patched in, brother. And you're live on the air. Jimmy, what's going on? Hello?
Hello?
Hey. I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Oh, just a second. Maybe I don't have my audio right. Give me just a second. Where's my Skype here? Skype audio, and we'll get this thing going. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's built-in microphone. Now you should be able to.
Howdy.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? Let me call him back. Yeah, you're right there, Gil. I should have never rebooted. Let me call him back. Set up my stuff and rebooted my computer. Just reset everything. All right, Jim, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? audio visual. Let's see. Can you hear me now? Hello? Going once. Yeah, there you go. He just called to say hi. I believe that's probably true.
I've got like so much going on here tonight, guys. I apologize.
That's all right. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Kelly, if this will help.
Let's see. Let me make sure. I've got like 3 programs that control this freaking thing. So he should be able to hear me because I got everything tied to Skype through what I need to. It looks appropriate. That's interesting. Let me see. Let me get to Jimmy, if you can hear me, buddy. Try this link and come in that way. Let me get the StreamYard link. Come in this way through StreamYard key and pop in that way. Try that out. Not exactly sure what's going on with the audio, but there you go. Crazy as it is. Turn that rascal off there. Oop. That was a little bit loud anyway. I think I turned that up on when Sue called in the other night. Had that up to boost her up a little bit. StreamYard, if you'll grab that link there, Jimmy, or whoever else wants to grab that link. Oh, well, here we go. And we got Jimmy on the phone. Can you hear me now?
Hey, guys. How's it?
Hey, brother. What's up? Hello? Hello. I believe Skype went through.
Let's try this another way here, Sean. I'll do the StreamYard thing.
Yeah,
quick.
go through that StreamYard. That might be a little bit more stable. I know that Skype went through a freaking update, and son of gun, that thing just it ain't acting right since. That's the weird thing. But there you go. It could be on his end, but he's just right over the mountaintops from me. But that don't mean he he'll beam. But don't know. Let's get rid of this thing and remove it. Maybe we'll have this set up and have him look at that when we get on here and get his unofficially official opinion. Ooh. It is officially 46 degrees in my backyard, it looks like. And my laptop is at 53 degrees Celsius. That's a little warm, but I'll get that fixed soon enough. And I'm all out of freaking coffee. Can you believe that? 5.1 magnitude earthquake off the southwest of Sumatra, Indonesia, 9 kilometers deep. Be kind. What is going on with you? Yeah, I appreciate that. Julie is a really good friend of mine, and her husband, God bless them both. They were both going through, well, Jeff got some pancreatic cancer, and he's been going through a lot of chemotherapy, and it turns out yesterday that he has to, go back and rethink and, change up what they're doing with the treatment for it. So if you would, please send your prayers to Julie and Jeff. For sure. Me too, Sean. Going for a reheat. Oh, yeah. Well, that's cool. And there he is. Jimmy, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Just sitting here doing a short live stream. Since I didn't do one last week, I just didn't feel like doing one. I just woke up and was like, I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't even think, did I write that day? I think I maybe wrote that day, but I didn't write today either. But I'll get back to it tomorrow, even though it's Thanksgiving. But there you go. What's going on with you, brother?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing all right. Now, right before you popped on and called or attempted to call, let me remove. No. And he left. Or how in the heck did I do that? I'm telling you, something's up with my laptop. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the background here. Maybe that's it. Stop sharing. Let me go here and remove the virtual background. You'll just see my dining room wall here in the background. That will alleviate some of the stuff that's in the background. Now you can see I've got blank wall in my dining room kitchen. Or dining room. Not my kitchen. My kitchen's over there. But there you go. Maybe that will help. Yeah, there he is. Hey there.
All right, let's try this one more time. How's that sound?
That's all right. What I did was I've got some heating issues with my laptop, my MacBook, and I've got parts coming on the way with some grease for the processors and stuff. Hopefully that will take care of it. I got to change the fan out. It's starting to squeal every once in a while, but there you go. Let's see. What I want to do was I found this over on TikTok. And the TikToker is called Just Visiting, I think is the name of it. But I'll get this thing going. Can you see this all right there, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And I turned the audio off because TikTok just loves to put some copywritten material on there.
Very, very interesting.
Now, if I remember correctly, there is a lady and a younger male or female, probably a child, are discussing what they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Well, to me, right off the back, you got the size. Kind of even looks like the arms. Yeah, the arms are way past the hips.
Yeah.
That looks like a classic. To me, at first glance, it looks like the classic Bigfoot. But as a size comparison, it's kind of hard. Some people can look like from good distance away and be able to tell how, or an estimate of how tall the creature would be. But even as much as I am in the woods and stuff, I'd have to scratch my head just a little bit there on that one. But it's a possibility it's possible that it's
what's curious with me. Let me move this back a little bit. The cranium on this thing, its head, skull bone, kind of looks like it's more pointed.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got that
it does,
conal shape.
Yeah.
Now that could be a part of a costume as well. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's in that case, then you got the conical head, you got the long arms, which at one point in time you can see the arms sway out in front, and they look a little bit, classic length that a lot of sightings say that they've got these long arms. So yeah, I don't know. I'd have to get the answers that I want. I would have to talk to the person and ask questions, try to determine whether I
just like anything
anything
else, like anything else on the internet. Even if you got an eyewitness, I've done this long enough that I've been fooled by eyewitnesses, and so I believed in 100%. A couple of people that they sent a dog man, and it turns out that they're into some sketchy shit. So I was like, I probably don't believe you anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
wonder what Dark Woods thinks about this. He's seen quite a bit of them.
Yeah, he's seen quite a bit of them, but he'll probably throw up number 5. That's his usual response to everything on my channel when I ask, hey, number 1, do you believe it 2 or whatever? Give him like 3 or 4.
But yeah, And another thing too is that walk.
That walk is. Let me restart this one. Now this was November of this year, so this is fresh, hot off the press.
Yeah. I've noticed how slow it is too. The animals of huge size, of course, walk slower.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I don't know. The reports that I know that I absolutely believe happen says these things are super fast enough to run down a scared deer, buck.
Yeah, the one that I seen up here on the mountain from where I live ran from me. So I know for a fact that they're fast. They're real fast when they need to be.
Well, yeah, you probably get that conservation of energy and the flight or fright syndrome.
Yeah,
and get that.
My dad used to say it was like short spurts of energy, basically, for people with big size.
Yeah.
So there's some things lining out, but still though, there's still some questions. I'm sure there's a lot of folks in the chat that would have some of the same questions for it that I would. But that's a good catch, nonetheless. Whoever sent that to you.
I've seen on like 2 or 3 different channels here and there. I've got one that is not Bigfoot or cryptid related, but it is definitely got my attention. Now, apparently, this is on a flat side of a hill, and then in the mid see something that kind of looks like a shadow figure of some sort. Now, a lot of people will say, "Well, why aren't you showing Bigfoot and Dogman all the time?" I said, "Well, if this channel was Bigfoot and Dogman, it would be chasing Bigfoot and Dogman, not chasing the truth." But there you go. But right here, I don't know. I kind of look at this particular footage and say, "Well, could that be a shadow of somebody up the hill?"
Yeah.
Blocking out the light, or maybe there's a tree, but it kind of,
to me, it's here. It's like an optical illusion. There is someone standing higher up above somewhere, and the sun is shining down on them, which is giving the illusion in that fog in the lower part there that there's actually someone standing there. I think this one's possibly just a optical illusion.
Well, that would help out me thinking about it that way. But one thing about this is I have no clue. Honestly, that's a fairly good rough guesstimate, and that might be optical illusion. But I don't know. And Dark Woods is saying, "Hey, if you see anything," which that's part of it. Jarvis says more ghost looking. And I found crap. No, I don't have it on me. I was looking through my videos in the house, and my house has been pretty frickin', calm. And I found an orb in my living room, just half-assed looking through some of the video feeds, and like, where'd that thing go? Showed it to a couple of friends, and they were like, "Is that a car light?" And I was like, "Not from that particular angle. It could not be a car light because it's similar." Let's see if I've got it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll show it real quick. Pretty sure I've got it. Let's see, I'll pull this out. Ooh, I didn't think I had that one. No, I just showed that one. And let me download this real quick so I can get it up and running. And I'll show this. This is from my living room. The only thing is I can't play the audio off of it because I know there is a movie playing in the background with me and being in the next room. So that's the only other thing I can't possibly use. And first glance, I'm like, well, it could be, if I was looking at this particular video, I would say, yeah, that was probably a car light out there, but I'll explain what's going on here in just a second since I'll share this out. And there's no, audio in it is, doesn't add to it. Now, what gets me is this right here, that going whatever that is. And I can honestly tell you, the first thing that popped in my head was like, could that have been a car, headlight? Because I think this is probably like 9 o'clock at night, and this is like day before yesterday, I believe, or the night before, something like that. But the only way that could possibly be because there is on the side the opposite side of where this camera's facing it, there is a window there. But to be able to get that reflection like that, or something shining through that particular window, to get that light up on that wall like that, there's no way, because the only thing that's across that is a fence and trees, and there's no road there. Now, full disclosure, I don't know if there was somebody out there with a flashlight in my side yard, but
what if it was like coming from another vehicle and glancing off of the light right there on the table and causing it to refract up onto the wall?
Don't know. Now, the other thing, if you look over here on the right wall, now I just noticed this myself. But if you look over here, the mantle, you can see a distortion in the mirror there a little bit. But that doesn't mean a whole hill of beans or whatever. But there's a distortion right there as that's passing through. Now, that doesn't mean a damn thing to me, but other than that, it just kind of goes along with it. I'm all open, and the one thing I want is, somebody to say, yeah, that's absolutely a car headlight, but there ain't no way that's a car headlight. There's no way. The angles are too acute. They would have to. There's no road access. There's no road access whatsoever. There's a fence and a bunch of trees, and there's actually a single wide trailer right behind where this window is. That's behind the actual camera. There ain't no way. The only explanation I could probably come up with is if, by and large, there might have been somebody out there in the back side yard that had a flashlight looking around my property, but how I was sitting, I could see through, I'm on the other side in this lidded room on the right side. That's my dining room where I'm doing this program right now. And I can see to the outside. So if somebody was out there flashing a flashlight up on my windows, I could see it without a doubt. But I don't know. I've had all kinds of crazy crap. I've caught some stuff in here that I can't explain. Steals and stuff with junk. Oh, he's gone. Well, what the heck, man? I'm sitting here talking to myself. Well, Jimmy, I appreciate you jumping in and on. I hate that we're having such a connection issue going on here. But, yeah, there you go. Now, when I was, yeah, Sue, I knew you would enjoy that one. When I was having such a issue with all the stuff that was going on in this house, right before I did the blessing and stuff and got rid of all the stuff, I'm hoping it was somebody in my side yard with a flashlight. We was listening. Well, I'm glad that you're listening. I thought I was talking to Jimmy, but hey, it is what it is. But we'll carry on as we usually do. I wanted to get his opinion on a particular thing that over on How to Hunt. I've had your basement footage. I've got all kinds of different basement footages. I've got one of a disembodied head that kind of moves around. And I've got one that freaks me the heck out. I took captured about 3 years ago, and I wish I had it up and running to where I could share it with you. I'd have to dig through a bunch of probably 3 gigs of videos to find it. But downstairs where this house is so old, there's an old coal chute. But it hadn't been used in years. I don't even think it's been open. It might have been open when my grandfather was alive, but he's been dead 10 plus years. And you can hear this cast iron, open and close downstairs in the basement, right below where I'm at right now. Creeps me the heck out, and I'm glad that this old place calmed down. I haven't seen any shadow figures or ghosts or disembodied voices or anything like that since I had to bless this place with holy water and baptismal salt and a lot of good prayers. But there you go. Unfortunately, let me pull this video and toss it in here. And then let me get another one up here. Let's see. This one is a new one, and I've seen this floating around. And I can't remember what this one's from, but I'll show it anyway. I can't. If anybody knows where this video came from, I think it is Mysterious Unknowns with 2 S's is where this came from. Pretty sure this is where this came from, and I can't. Well, the audio is not going to play, but you can see coming up. There's a Bigfoot about ready, or something looks like a Bigfoot about ready to jump up right there. Casual conversations with Jen A's in the house. Appreciate you dropping in there. I need to go back and rewatch your videos. But I've been so busy writing, I kind of, unless you got my personal number, I usually don't pay attention to much of nothing when I'm writing. But I've been writing quite a bit. Right there. What is that thing? Is that a Bigfoot standing right there in the corner of 5th and Main or whatever this is? Bonita. Every time I see you, I get this song in my head. Hey, hey, good looking. You remember that one? What you got cooking? So there you go. Bonita's in the house. So is this a Bigfoot, or is this some dude that's crazy enough to be out in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night wondering, do I want to get some lead that's been thrown down the David Rumsey map collection, free image, free download. Oh, that's cool. Appreciate that. So, Dark Woods, what do you think that is? Is that a Bigfoot? Is that some dude in a ghillie suit out in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night, just itching to be pumped full of lead? What do you think? I don't know. Let's play this one more time. Get this going. I'm going to jump past the approach here, right there, and then let this play thing. Let that thing going on. There it is. is that like they're in the middle of a forest and they're about ready to hit a roundabout and flip around. Yeah, I would, if it was in this neck of the woods, you wouldn't be on anybody's property anyway, period. In the middle of the night. I remember as a kid going down a kind of a, I wouldn't say it was a private road, but it was definitely a road that hadn't been down, and I got spotlighted going down that road. And I'm pretty daggone sure I probably had a shotgun or worse pointed at me. And there you go. It could be a Bigfoot, old religion says. And GNA is got, I think, is Bigfoot. Now, let me find the. Where's that one? There's a couple of frames. Let's see if that comes. Oh, there. That's about the best. Well, let's see if I can find the best frame right here. Kind of has like 2, 3 good. Right there, looks like that's the best frame. Can't see any kind of facial features other than it kind of looks like it is facing the car or whatever vehicle. But there you go. Bonita. So you guys gonna have guys and ladies gonna have a good Thanksgiving. I've got a turkey and a bunch of fixings, and gee whiz, I got homemade caramel and a bunch of I think I got fudge brownie in there that I'm going to be making, and throw that on top of it. Wow, Sean. There you go. I don't know what the heck that is. You tell me what that is. I would be fearing for that, whoever that is, if that is a dude in a costume or a female in a costume. I'd be fearing for that person's life. Without a doubt. Just because, if it's in this area or any area that's rural that I would assume has the same mentality that we have around here. We love our weapons. I hate saying pew pew. I don't know why pew pew comes to mind, but a whole bunch of stuff out there that a lot of people throw some stuff at you that won't. Oh, I plan to do some caramel pie. I did. I've done a whole lot of caramel here in the last month or so. And it ain't good for me, but there you go. A lot of caramel ain't good for anybody, but heck, gotta die of something, right? Why not? Why not caramel? It said on my headstone, he died of caramel. But do you think this is Bigfoot? Number 1 for a Bigfoot. 2, if it's a dude in a costume. 3, if it's something else that's cryptid. Or 4 and 5, you have no clue. 5 is Dark Woods designation for everything under the sun. But there you go. And Mike says, I'm going to do some field research with a friend after Thanksgiving lunch tomorrow. Oh, man. There you go. Got a 3, Big Cole. Don't know. Number 4 for Sugar. Joanne, 3. Don't know. 5, of course, Darkwood jumps in and saves the day with his number 5. 0.5, excuse me, 0.5. But there you go. 3 for Sue. Honestly, I don't know. Let me play that whole thing through. I'll just start at the front. Bigfoot caught on camera, which, kind of makes you lean you to believe that there's something Bigfootish about ready to come up. Donnie Cho, what's going on?
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Doing all right. Happy Thanksgiving.
It's been a while, man. I just figured I might, you got the StreamYard open, so I figured I might just drop in and say hello.
Oh, well, hello. God bless you, buddy. Appreciate you dropping in.
I've been playing with this theory I've had about Bigfoot, and I was just kind of wondering if you'd be willing to hear me out on this one.
Sure, why not?
Are you familiar with Paul Stamets?
No, name doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, so he's like this world famous mycologist who basically is a scientist who studies like fungi, right? He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he had like a lot of real interesting theories. And one of the things he talks about is that in a lot of these forests, there are basically these networks, these fungal networks of myceliae, which are basically like fungal tendrils that extend throughout the forest. And what they do is they're like a colony of fungi, but they're kind of like one thing. And what they do is they're spread throughout the forest, and they spread nutrients all over the place. And that's basically the driving force behind a lot of the fertilization of the soil in a lot of these forests, right?
Okay.
And one of his theories was that, people always have these stories about like trees somehow being able to communicate with one another, right? True. And his theory is perhaps the reason why they're able to communicate, or the method through which they're able to achieve this, is through those networks of myceliae, because they're all wrapped up in these tree roots, and they're basically exchanging nutrients with them, right? So there's this network of myceliae that basically acts like the forest version of like the internet. It's like this network that basically connects like every plant and every tree. And what's the thing about Bigfoot is that it's got big feet. Its feet are firmly planted in the ground. And if I'm thinking, like, what if its feet are its sensors into tapping into that information source? And if it's able to tap into that information source, then Bigfoot's ability to be stealthy in the woods would be very easy, because as soon as any human steps into the forest, everything immediately knows.
Well, the birds definitely tell on you,
Yeah.
and schools and whatnot. As soon as you walk into the woods, I've had that happen to me. I could tell you how many times. You just have to walk into the woods, and you're alerted that, hey, these creatures know I'm here, without a doubt.
But what do you think of the idea of like Bigfoot being able to tap into that information network of myceliae, and that's how they're able to get like the jump on people? That's how they're able to like kind of know people are there before humans are aware, right?
It's kind of a stretch, but maybe to some sort of symbiotic way possible. I don't know. It seems like a stretch. There's other networks that have been alerted. One with they're, from what I understand, they have acute senses, visual, hearing, smelling, and
but maybe it's
whatever
something
else
about
may be
the
up
feet
there.
though, because everyone's the most noticeable thing about Bigfoot is how big its feet are and how flat they are. And if you look at like the way the toes are laid out, it's clearly meant for just walking, right? Because
So
like
like
if you look at chimpanzee
a hyper grounded individual,
like a
is that what
hyper
you're-
grounded, and his feet are meant to like just tap into that. That's why they're so big, so prominent, and they're just like soft and padded directly into the forest. Because when they go, when they leave their heavy footprint, not only are they doing that, but they're also receiving information from the forest, namely the location of all the humans who would be in the vicinity, right?
I've never heard the that particular thought process. Plausible, maybe, but I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
You don't buy them like being able to tap into that system, or do you don't buy into the?
I don't buy it. I just I would give it plausible, but that's a stretch in my imagination to even make.
I think
it
it's
plausible.
a pretty good explanation for how trees always seem to know like what's going on with the other trees.
Well, they have an extensive root system, and roots touch each other.
And the thing that
there's
connects all the
some sort
roots
of combination,
is like the
but
myceliae system. because they're all wrapped up into roots. Is the thing.
Yeah, but then you've got a third piece of the puzzle here. You've got something that's not attached to anything other than by tactile, foot pads that are obviously.
But that mycelial network is like all over the forest, the floor, the soil, like it's everywhere.
Okay, well, I'll give you that, but still, it's still a stretch for me to come up with that.
Paul Stamets' main argument was like people underestimate the I guess the importance of fungi, and his argument has always been like fungi may play a much bigger role in life and everything than we may give it credit for. And I think one of my theories was maybe Bigfoot is tapping into that concept.
I am following along with your argument, but it's kind of a stretch.
It is a stretch, but then also people saying like Bigfoot's got psychic abilities is not so much less or more of a stretch, really, if you think about it.
Well, it's plausible too. I'm giving it a plausibility here.
I'm not against that idea neither. I'm just saying like there might be an actual like physiological, biological reason for this that people aren't considering.
I will give it plausibility, but there's multiple systems, that connects everything in the forest from birds, squirrels, you name it, little rodents.
And I'm sure they play a big factor in that as well too. I'm sure they all like communicate because you hear about those birds that they have that call to where every animal, no matter what species, immediately knows what that means. So there's probably a lot of that too as well, like communication amongst the animals, and there's probably a lot of like infrasound communication that goes on. But the problem is people aren't aware of it. But one of the things is that people give Bigfoot a lot of credit for being so stealthy, and one of the main principles of being stealthy is being aware of the other guy, but him not being aware of you, right? And if that's Bigfoot's advantage, and if that's how he's aware of us, then of course his stealthiness is going to seem supernatural.
We're still arguing on the fungi connection of being able to use that as whatever data transfer.
And I'm not against other forms of connections either. I'm just saying that as like one example of how it could be connected that people aren't considering.
I will give plausible, but I would have to have a lot more data to infer more reasoning.
What about infrasound though?
For fungi?
No, for Bigfoot. Like some of the way, because I've heard stories of like people encountering Bigfoot and then they like pass out and black out, and to me I'm like, that sounds like infrasound.
Oh yeah, well, there's plenty of stories out there that from Bigfoot to Dogman to other cryptids that use infrasound. You got elephants that use infrasound. You got whales and dolphins and whatnot. That's not such a stretch of imagination that infrasound has been used in the wild by what we consider lesser species than we are.
Yeah.
So, I have no doubt. You can go to a zoo and you can feel a tiger roaring in your chest.
Yeah, I've heard. And then you just feel like your bones vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you got something that's that loud, why the heck not? Infrasound's going to definitely get your cardiac system up and running for sure.
And I don't know if you've heard too many stories, because I've heard a couple stories lately about like people encountering Bigfoot where it like was face to face with them, and then it just growled, and then what they described was like that to me sounds like infrasound, and all they said was afterwards they blacked out, and I was like, oh well, that's how Bigfoot gets away with what he does. He can use infrasound on people.
Now I've heard a couple of stories that have been told, not necessarily from Bigfoot. There was, I can't remember that lady's name right off the top of my head, I'm trying to look through my Facebook communications thing, see if I can hopefully glean her name. But she come on my show and was talking about she was on a phone call standing at her dining room window over the sink.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode. That was a good one, actually. I remember that one.
I can't remember that lady's name, and I please forgive me that I forgot her name. But she was on the phone and was talking to her girlfriend, and her girlfriend said that she was trying to warn her not to go outside, and wound up with second-degree burns where this thing, Dogman, which she assumed it was, pushed her into this fire pit.
The Dogman pushed her into a fire pit?
According to what I was told.
Damn.
But the infrasound, blinked her eye and blinked her out, and she went out to outside again with her friend on the phone, trying to coax her not to go back outside. Now she showed me pictures of her healed scars of second-degree burns for sure, first and second-degree burns.
Yeah.
But you could hear it in her voice. She missed, I think it was like 24 hours. And she woke up on her couch after being in an ER and had all this medical attention given to her. And she doesn't even remember the medical attention from what I remember of it. So, wild. But that's just a anecdotal infrasound story that's out there. And you got, there's plenty of other stories where infrasound has been used where you find people out in the forest where their clothing has been folded up and they disappear.
Do you ever wonder like how much psychic abilities are tied in with infrasound?
I'd have to have more conversation with you. What are you making? What is it that you're connecting the infrasound and psychic abilities together with?
Well, I'm not saying they're one and the same, but maybe they influence one another.
Maybe like auditory cue to, if you get somebody that's in a psychic.
Well, maybe, okay, so how about, if I got to be more specific, maybe someone with certain psychic abilities would have the ability to manipulate potentially infrasound, and maybe certain sources of infrasound can be picked up by people with psychic abilities.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
It's a nugget.
Sound and psychic abilities are, even though it's a communication data transference.
I didn't say sound. I said infrasound. That's a different thing. That's like, deep vibrations that you can't even hear.
Still sound to me. It's like looking at a rainbow. Rainbow is invisible and invisible light.
What is sound but, frequency of air molecules?
We're all frequencies. So, we're just vibrating at a different frequency. Oh. So, I get that. Let's just arguing over, what the definition is.
Yeah.
But sound is sound. Infrasound is still sound to me. It's a data transference of some sort, data communication.
An exchange of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think in congruence with infrasound and psychic ability, if somebody is psychically able to, communicate with somebody or glean something from somebody, they could possibly use that as an auditory or visual cue and all of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plausible. I'm not saying they're one and the same. I'm just saying it's plausible that there's a link.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any reason why to argue that there wouldn't be a connection. It's like these carnival guessers that you got to, they use every sense they can to, visual cues to guess, your weight, your height, your age, what you're thinking in your head, even to a certain extent, probably hypnotism.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? But anyway, I wanted to thank you for entertaining some of my ideas that I was ping-ponging in my head. So thank you for that. But I'll let you go. I'll give someone else an opportunity to talk, but thank you.
All right. Appreciate you. You have a good day.
We'll talk again later.
All right. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
All right. Donnie Cho. That was an interesting conversation. The fungi communication thing, maybe. I'll have to look that up. That's a really big stretch for me, but possible. I am not in any shape, form, or fashion an expert. The closest thing I would be expert on is sleep medicine. Just by de facto, I ran sleep labs for a long time. So I hope I would be considered an expert in it, but I don't know. We'll see. So next thing up, since if you want to be a part of the show, you can call in to 931-994-6917, or if you want to, hold on just a second, grab where let me drop a StreamYard link. If you want to use the StreamYard link to come in, talk about anything. It doesn't have to be what we were talking about. It could be outside of. Scott, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's see. Is this? Oh, this is the one I wanted to show you. Okay. Speaking of, since we just got off the topic of what might be in the forest itself, here we go. Let me turn this audio down here. I'm pretty sure this probably doesn't have discernible audio that would add to the presentation. But somebody's on a boat out, and it looks like maybe in a lake. But I wanted to show you this. Now, look in the middle. You got the WTF with the 3 exclamation points there. But look at the tree in the middle there shaking around. Watch it disappear. What could cause that thing to do that? Is it something grabbing a hold of it at the forest floor? Something mechanical? Something Bigfootish? Something? Is the forest alive? And this is about 1 minute and 32 seconds. But watch the tree will disappear and reappear and come back and forth. But what is that thing? There it goes. It's gone. I think the tree's still there, but then all of a sudden, I have seen where, during high winds, right before a good storm pops up, you can see the white underbelly of leaves pop up, and then the leaves will change white. Maybe that's it. Some way, somehow, that's how that's happening. Anybody that knows more about what happens in the forest, but why that one particular tree in the middle of all those other trees, which I'm assuming there's probably the same species of tree right there in the edge of that forest, right next to the water. I know Sasquatch. Okay, well, you'll have to explain to me why you said albino Sasquatch. I honestly, I don't have an explanation for this one. I would love to have an explanation for that one. I honestly couldn't tell you what that is. What's causing that tree to shake? One, I can give you what might make it shake if it was plausibly there. Some sort of mechanical machinery, but I don't see any machinery there that would be able to grab a hold of a tree and shake it like that. AJK says moose can do that. Well, okay. True, but I don't see anything there to cause that tree to shake. I don't see anything there. Other than looks like there's a dead log right there on the shoreline in front of it. Maybe behind a tree, underneath a tree. I don't know. Crazy as it is, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Hey, Jeremy, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in there, man. Jeremy does a whole lot of TikTok live streams where he hunts on a fellow's farm that he's got permission to go out there and hunt. Interesting stuff, for sure. He shares, I don't know if he does live streaming over on YouTube or not, but he definitely does some live streaming over on TikTok. Interesting stuff. Can you enlarge a still frame when it's green? Wondering if it's deciduous or conifer. I don't have that ability right here to do this on the fly. Somebody will do a screenshot. I will just a second. Somebody do a screenshot and send it to me. I'll pause it when it goes green. Like right there. And that is 48 seconds into the thing. So starting to do more live streams. That's cool, buddy. Appreciate it. I would definitely watch them. Well, I appreciate you, Chill. Maybe it's actually two different trees. Well, okay, so I don't know of any tree species that moves by itself. That's my first thing. Is there out there that by itself outside of maybe some sort of forest floor activity causing it to move underneath the tree itself? Now, I have seen some video where forest floor will move based on some activity underneath the ground level. Got you covered. All right. Appreciate you, Shell. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Scan up. There you go. Holy cow. Cloak and tree, Darkwood says. I honestly don't know. I have no clue what that is, other than that is just as funky looking as, I have nothing for it. Couldn't tell you what that is. Could not tell you what that is. Could not tell you what. Yeah, that makes sense. Some way, somehow. Some weird stuff has come out of my mouth here lately. I don't know what to tell you. I've written some crazy stuff here lately. But there you go. There's a similar video from Alaska. I don't know. This is only video that I could possibly that I've seen of this particular thing. Pam Tillis shaking the sugar tree. Maybe. That is a little bit crazy, but barring the jokes, I have no clue what that is. What could cause this tree amongst all the other trees? That's right there. It's got its touching other trees. Why aren't the other trees that are, obviously touching in that particular tree, why aren't the other trees moving whatsoever? Well, maybe that one on the left of it, the taller one, might be moving just a little bit, but nothing as aggressive as that white tree in the middle. I don't know. Wonder why it's the only white tree among the green. Whoever's got a hold of this camera, you can see right there down the shoreline, there are a couple, 3 right. Whoa. Right here. I don't know if you can see my little arrow right here. This was shaking too. That little one right there was shaking. Look at that. Yep, right there. I had not seen that till you mentioned that, Gil. Look at that down the shoreline right there. It actually does the same physical thing, changing right there. It changes, once it goes green, it changes to white right down the shoreline. Alrighty, let's see. Let me save image to downloads, and I'll open this up in my photo editor. Downloads. Thanks, Shell. Appreciate that. Let me share this out with you guys and gals. Ladies and gents, you remove this. Stop sharing and then share this particular thing right here. Now, this is a still. And there you go. Now, you get so big or start increasing quaking aspens. I don't know. But look right on here, if you can see, this particular thing looks like it might be the same species, but a whole lot shorter right down the shore. Yep, that's it. I appreciate that. Let me download that one too. Get this one in here. Let me add, thanks, Shell, for that second screenshot there. Let me add another one. Insert image. Download, and we'll grab this one. Pop that on there. So there you go. Bring that on. So there's the other white tree. So riddle me this. What, obviously this is, I honestly couldn't tell you what that is. Other than that's a curious thing. I invite anybody that wants to, make after the fact, make a comment or send me an email or call me at 931-994-6917. Yep. That's just strange to me. I can't explain it. Barring all the other little, supernatural, paranormal things out there. What could that be? I would love somebody to explain to me, saying, hey, this is what it is. Hybrid asking to be smoked. Well, I guess if you were, everybody that's in the chat was smoking something that could cause you to hallucinate all at the same time over digital whatever, maybe. But that ain't even plausible. All right, so here is another one. Is that a conifer or is that something else? I don't think you can't tell. Color looks like it might be a little bit richer green in color. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. All right. Anybody in chat have an idea how that thing changed from green to white and shook like it was a seizure? Anybody that has a plausible explanation for that, I would love to talk to you, or at least give it. Look on the right and zoom back out. Okay. Right, there it is, and I can. Let me zoom this back out here. There is the shore, and right there in the middle is where that green thing was. Superimpose this, and there's the white one, and there's that. Zoom out. Okay. Honestly, I don't know what that is. Couldn't tell you. They are being logged out, the white ones. So this is logging activity. Shell, is that what you're trying to let me know? Which, yeah, better explanation than what I have. I got nothing. So hold on just a second. Let me move. Let me put the video back up, if and you guys wouldn't mind. Which logging at? Well, it could be logging activity, but the other thing is where's the equipment? Where are the things that would make this thing move? Where's the loggers, logging people, logging men, women, whoever it might be that would do that? That would be my... Now pay attention to right down here, if you can see that little bitty dot that's on your screen. So there's two people that are, logging the same species of tree. Naomi, what's going on? Appreciate you dropping in there. So if it's the same species of tree, which it looks like the same species of tree, why harvest a shorter statue or shorter version of itself? That would be my, But tree harvesting, that's a lot better than what I have got going on. Tips are facing, yeah. Yeah, you are right, Shell. The tips are facing the water. The trees that are on the shoreline, they are facing them. The tips are facing the water like they fell over. Diseased? Diseased. Well, since the only medical thing I have is on humans, I have no clue other than I've seen fungus rot on trees, but I don't know. Maybe the lighter ones are diseased. I don't know. Back up 10 seconds. There's a branch. Okay, back up 10 seconds. Something's definitely, it looks like it's shaking the tree. Now, that being said, what's shaking the tree? Why is it shaking? Has it been logged? Has it been, I wouldn't think blight and active or ravaging blight would cause a tree to shake like that. Any process. But I'm open to, to any suggestions. Tree harvesting sounds like it's more plausible than anything I've got going on. But there you go. Now, if I was out on the water and I saw that son going to do that, I would definitely be pointing my smartphone at it. Hey, Jack, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. I have no clue what that is. But there you go. Hour and a half into the show, and I appreciate y'all. Happy Thanksgiving for the folks that have just joined in, or if you've been here for the entire time. God bless you. Thanks to Jimmy. Try to pop in for a minute, whatever it is. What's the number it's used for total fake? 5? Well, 1 is if you know what it is, let me know. 2, if you have no clue. 3, if you have no, you're spaced out and don't know what the heck that is. 5, it's total fake. Beacon says it's 5, maybe. 5 is reserved with Dark Woods. That's his. 5 is a high 5. An invasive species. Honestly, now I'm up for any kind of plausible thing. The one harvesting sounds like it's about the best way to do what's going on here, but I'm seeing a bigger version of this on here, and I don't see anything that is around those trees that could cause them to shake. That being said, there's obviously something shaking it. What's shaking it? I don't know. That's it. I think I've spent enough time on a freaking shaking tree. But thank you, Shell, for sending me all those screenshots. Let me find. We'll do one more video. Let's see. Scale. Nope, can't do that one. That was a stupid one. Cloaking Bigfoot, already done that one. Let's see. I've got dozens and dozens of stuff. Shadow figure. What is this one? Nope. I found a channel. I've had my curiosity for about 2 videos, and then it just lost me. It's like, well, if that one's fake, the rest of them is fake. Bigfoot, 12-foot above feeder. Ooh. All right. At the California border, which I don't know which border it is, whether Mexico or if it's a state border, but here is one for you. Give me just a second. And I'm not playing. I know this audio is probably copyrighted for sure. So is this one real, fake, or otherwise? And this is only 6 seconds long, so I'll just have to keep hitting play here. So what is this? Strapped. Camera strapped about 12 feet above the feeder, and it caught this. A wide-eyed, wide mouth agape, looking up at the thing. Sheldon, you like my hat? Well, this one I inherited off my late brother Travis. The UT Tennessee hat I have sported on occasion on the show. That's my late brother's as well. This pullover is definitely mine. I've had this one since I was probably early 30s. So this one's oldie but goodie. Are cryptid with male pattern baldness? Well, who's to say that they don't have male pattern baldness in Bigfoot? It's definitely I don't know. Could be a masked creature. Could be a masked dude just coming underneath hey, there's a camera here. Let's freak out some of the people that would be looking at this camera feed. Now, I'm looking at this and comparing it to the Patterson film, which I know that AJK says he said that the AJK has said that the Patterson film is definitely fake. But I think the Patterson film was well the gold standard for Bigfoot. But hey, who knows? It is very cool footage. Yes, Mike, I believe it is. I don't know what it is. It's very clear. Very hairy. Could it be a dude in a costume or a female in a costume? Possible. Always possible. Anything that pops up on the internet is possible. But it's faked the F out. I'd say that's stolen from Nat Geo Billy 8 footage. Okay, well, I will go with that too. Face looks like a chimp. But there you go. Let's see, Bigfoot on camera. We've already seen that one. That one on the side of the road, Bigfoot on the side of the road. That one right there is definitely the one I showed earlier. Now, this one was featured on How to Hunt. And I played this, I think I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I played this. I think I played it over on DW's channel. Pretty sure I did. But this is from How to Hunt, and I kind of went through this a time or two in private. But what is this thing right here on the side of the forced floor? Oh, yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about. I'll pop that up here in just a second. Let me grab that. But what is this thing right here? You know, I know I've kind of hit that on a kind of hit this particular video a time or two, or at least the one good time anyway. Let me send this to save to video or save to download. And then we're going to open this with Photoscape. And there you go. And Shell thinks that this particular screenshot is what? Let's see. I'm just saying. Let me stop and bringing this back up. And it definitely does look like that particular video. But there you go. Kind of, excuse me, kind of does have the same eyes, same bulbous face, like a chin face. Dude put a way better version on my YT. Bigfoot taking down a deer. Yep. But I'm going to stay on for about another 15 minutes, give or take, at the top of the hour. And, but God bless y'all for showing up. South Texas, chosen brother. All right, let me see. Did you send it to shawngraham at imdarkwaters.com? Let's see. Hold on just a second. Thinker Thunker. Oh, that one. Oh, that Bigfoot thing on the side of the water. Yeah. Let's see. Let me put this into another screenshot or another browser and bring this up here. Yeah, I got it. I got it, Peter. Sure did. Appreciate you sending it to me. I don't want to still, I know Thinker Thunker. Let me turn the audio down here. I like Thinker Thunker. I sure do. Without a doubt. Let me send this to where this is. All right. Audio, video. And then let's stop sharing this one. If you haven't seen Thinker Thunker on YouTube, you need to go over and check out that dude out. Now I know a lot of channels out there. Actually, so there's 3 different cultures of video content creators on YouTube when it comes to cryptids. And there's the ones like myself that will sit there and say, hey, what do you think about this? And there's the ones that will say, I know exactly that this is without a doubt fake, and this is why I think it's fake, and fake, 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 fake. I saw one channel that absolutely hates Thinker Thunker because they disagree with him. So I'm going to play that because I know this particular piece of footage, even though this is on Thinker Thunker, this is not his footage for sure, and I don't know exactly where this footage comes from. Let me move this over here. Now, whatever, I think this is in Texas, maybe? Or, yeah, Texas border. On Texas Lake, and this dude is standing in a bass boat or a boat and trying to film whatever this is on the side of the water. And this is shakier and I'll get out for sure. Right there it is. It stands up right there. There you go. I'll leave it to that. Let's see if I can get this. Well, used to I will be able, well, for whatever reason, my freaking computer, well, that is about as close as I'm going to be able to get it. Warrior Apes. Oh, let me copy a link. Probably from this documentary right here. Okay. Oh, we'll do this. Shell thinks that this particular documentary, that footage I showed of whatever was looking up at a tree stand. Do you want to save this? No, cancel. Or maybe you won't use this. Who knows? I don't know. I'll lock this in here. Shell thinks that this particular video is where. Oh, come on, buddy. Put it in there. By the way, Sean, those Billy apes will chase down, eat, and kill rival chimps. They have run documented around 6 feet tall, too. Run. Interesting. So, there you go. Well, there you go. That's supposed to. Well, the closing prayer is about ready to come up. And if you've seen the top, the pinned comment on the top there for the folks that just joined in, a friend of mine, Julie, and her husband, Jeff, have been going through cancer together. You know, Jeff's got some pancreatic cancer, and he got some bad news Tuesday that the chemotherapy he's been going through, and he was waiting for surgery. He was literally supposed to have surgery last week or the week before last, and had to do some stuff and put it off. And now they're going to have to, you know, take the ball and punt and then do some other stuff. But if you would please, 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 if you are of the prayer type, say a prayer for Jeff and Julie. That cancer is no joke. I have seen plenty of people pass away of cancer. Actually, one of my office, for sleep was right above a cancer treatment center. And unfortunately, I saw a lot of people that would come in and do cancer treatment by themselves. Broke my heart. And if I did see somebody standing out smoking on the sidewalk, I would definitely say, hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. Over, you know, kind of give a casual rapport with somebody. And, you know, there's a lot of people that goes through cancer treatment that don't want to talk to you. But, you know, acknowledging them. Saying, hey, I see you. Giving them a heads up. Man, I care enough about you, the technology at least. I know you don't want to talk to me, but, you know, that was kind of a skew off of asking for prayers. And, you know, cancer's everywhere, unfortunately. If you know somebody's got cancer, you know, pray for them. without a doubt, that's something to pray for. My late brother Travis died of rectal cancer that kind of went out of control, but it's no joke. Cancer is definitely brutal. And there's a lot of other brutal diseases out there and things that a body can go through. But cancer is definitely no joke. It is definitely brutal, and it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy. But there you go. How did I get off on that? Well, anyway, we're talking about Bigfoot and Dogman and stuff. And this particular footage is on a lake in Texas. And so, you know, Thinker, let me post this to the chat here. I think that, nope, that was the one that showed just. There we go. That's the one I want. Let me make sure this one is the one I want to share. That Thinker Thunker. Look at this. I believe this. Yep, this is the one. This is a Thinker Thunker. If you've never seen Thinker Thunker before, never heard of him before, grab this link. If you like what you're looking at right now, watching. Let me grab this and pop this in here and paste. Paste. There we go. If you have never seen Thinker Thunker before and you like the cryptids and whatnot, this guy, he's a visual editor footage. And he goes through and breaks down videos. And I know a lot of people, some of the YouTube crowd that likes to, claim that you're a hoax or whatever, have been all over this guy. But all he does is he breaks down videos and say, this is why I think this is real. This is why I think it's not real. Thinker Thunker. ThinkerThunker.com. Now, I'm not a paid contributor to him, but I enjoy his content. But there you go. Let me grab this. I'm not going to. I appreciate you, Peter, for throwing that out. And right there is what Peter sent me in an email. Thank you for that. But grab that link if you've never heard of Thinker Thunker. He's a good content creator, and it makes you think. I believe group consciousness is real, and I believe our thoughts are actually a form of energy that can go beyond the confines of our. I have no problem whatsoever with this statement. No problem whatsoever. What are prayers? Prayers are our gift to God. And that's energy. You're sending energy to God. Say, hey, God, here's my prayer to you. So absolutely thoughts. Bible says, go to your bedroom, close your door, and speak to God in private. Pray to God in private. So. Yep. Well, the man wants us to beat each other's throats over trivial things, over made up things. Devils, demons, whatever you want to call it. The man, who knows? Whatever you want to throw out as a scapegoat. Wants us to be over trivial things. From the content of pigment in your skin to how you look to how you sound to any kind of individual differences you can squabble over. Read a study over prayer chain severe burn victims, most of whom would pass with it. Yep, absolutely. I have, as one of the things I did as I was a regional sleep manager for a bunch of sleep labs. And at the time, before I went into that, I was a department head over a sleep lab. One of the things that being in that role was we had to read up on the power of prayer versus, not praying. And the power of prayer, without a doubt, is a force, whether you believe in God or not. Which, personally, I think it's fairly silly to not believe in God, but there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in God or believe in some lesser God. But Elohim is without a doubt my God, God of all. But anyway, that being said, prayer is documented without a doubt a force that we can utilize. It is without a doubt something that can be used for good or for bad, but prayer is definitely a force to reckon with. But there you go. Speak for yourself. Well, yeah, I'm speaking for myself. You can disagree with me however you want to. That's our individual, free will, without a doubt. But there you go. Got about 5 more minutes if you want to call in. And last call for alcohol call. Use a bartending thing. 931-994-6917. You can text me or email me at shawngraham at imdarkwaters.com. SHAWNGRAHAM at imdarkwaters.com. However you want to do it. But yes, I have seen prayer without a doubt work multiple times. Multiple times. I have seen. Here's one. Not barring the things that I have attested to since I've been on the show, but the things I've seen at work when I was a respiratory therapist. There is adult respiratory distress syndrome. It's called ARDS. And it is such a shock to the lungs that to be able to ventilate, mechanically ventilate somebody makes it triple, quadruple harder. You have to stop thinking of how to blow air into lungs. You got to rethink all that stuff. And a coworker of mine wound up, I forgot she got. Now, I'm not, divulging any kind of names or anything. It was a coworker, which I've had thousands of coworkers, literally thousands of coworkers. Wound up, being in respiratory distress syndrome on a ventilator. And I went home thinking I won't wake up and this lady will be alive when I get home, when I come back to work. And at that time, I was not, did I pray every once in a while? Yeah, I prayed every once in a while. This was way before I had any kind of near-death experience. But I wouldn't have bet that lady would have survived that, before I got back to work. Not only did she get off the ventilator, she was back to work. All I can say is prayer worked for that lady. And I've seen prayer work for a lot of people. But without a doubt, prayer does work. Spoken words, there's certainly definitely, you can scream and yell intentions at something. There's definitely a lot of stuff out there, negative vibes, if you will, at plants and make them not grow, or you can talk pretty to them and then plants will grow better. There's studies out there that will prove that. Go and look at that. But that's about it. It also depends on their faith. Yeah, Yes, yeah, I would say faith has a lot to get into that. Cole, appreciate you being part of the show, and I appreciate your words there. But I think I'm about done for the night. Let's go ahead and we'll line up a prayer. If you want to be a part of the prayer chain, throw it in the chat that if you're not a part of the current prayer chain, and I always, I've had to edit, take some names out and put some names in. Ad lib, as you will. And I do pray over these names every day. When I wake up in the morning, I start praying for them. And not just necessarily over every show, but I pray for them at least twice a show. So, but here it goes, folks. Lord Jesus Christ, in thy love and mercy, establish a perimeter of protection around all of us and our loved ones, those who pray for us and their loved ones. May the holy angels guard us and all our possessions, establishing a perimeter of protection around us, rendering us immune from anything demonic or any kind of demonic influence. Ask that no demonic bondage, door, demonic entity, portal, astral projection, or disembodied spirits may enter here the space of 100 yards in all directions of us. I ask that any demons within the vicinity or any that should try to enter here be rendered deaf, dumb, and blind, and thou would strip them of all weapons, armor, power, illusions, and authority, that thou would bind, rebuke, and disable them from communicating or interacting with each other in any way. Remove them, sending them directly to the foot of thy cross, Jesus, Son of the Most High. Father God, if you would please send your angel of mercy, healing, and support to Frank and Warren J., Shell and Aiden, Laura and her dad and her mother, Gracie, Julie and Jeff, Sharon, Guy, Patrick, Brenda, Julie S., Aaron and Erica, Lakea, AJK, Claire Ellis, Doll for spiritual strength, Gil and Jalen Breland, plus their mama Janice, Stimulate, Jack and his children, Juanita Hicks, Lee, Amy, Beth and Kurt and their father, Wes and his dad, T. Willis, Daryl Pratt, and Jose Ramirez. I will definitely add that to the list. Appreciate that. Jose Ramirez. And anyone that has any unspoken prayers, those you barely can get out of your heart to speak to God about, he hears those. Please, dear God, answer those prayers the only way you know how. By your will. In Jesus Christ's name. I pray. Amen. Holy cow. Appreciate that. I got kind of a little teared up by that one. But let me add Jose Ramirez to that prayer chain. Appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. May you have a kind Thanksgiving without worry or sorrow. Connect with your loved ones. Please, if the least thing you can do is say hello to somebody that you don't know, recognize them. That might be something that warms somebody's heart and says, "Hey, God bless you." Call your family member you haven't called in a while. Send them a text message or, Facebook message or Twitter or whatever message. Send them a message. Say, "Hey, I'm thinking about you. God bless you. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving." If you are in the United States, Sue, God bless you, Sue. And I hope Buddha is doing all right. Is he still doing it? Didn't you say Buddha was about ready to, or looking into having a relationship with a new girlfriend? Don't know. But there you go. God bless Buddha and Sue and all y'all that's out there. Be kind to everybody. Yeah. Say a kind word. Open your mouth and then saying something fierce and hateful towards somebody just because of reason may not be the right thing to do. The Bible says turn the other cheek. So why not? And there's times that you need to be forceful and let people know that you are aggravated at them or whatever and defend somebody that you love and care for. Good Lord. I can remember stories of my grandmother, God rest her soul. You'd want her on your side as a friend, as a family member, but you did not want her as an enemy. Oh my God. Holy cow. Could it be something trying to manifest, Sean? It could be. I don't know. But definitely pray, and I pray that each and every one of you gets what you're praying for. Even that's a little secret prayer that you barely let your heart out and say, even in the back of your mind. Because I've had a couple of prayers that I barely could get out of my chest, so to speak, out of my soul. And they have been answered. Without a doubt, they have been answered. And I was like, why in the world? That was barely something. Aaron Billings. Let's see, what was this? Coben, Chasing Truth, Crystal didn't fit. Much love, tall chat family. Okay, all right, there we go. But God bless you. I hope you do have a fine Thanksgiving. There's a reason why we have Thanksgiving, to give thanks for those folks. And there's a lot. I hate bullshit that mainstream media is out there putting out that this Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving, period. You're giving thanks for what is going on in your lifetime, in your life. Plenty out there to be thankful for. And God bless each and every one of you. If you need somebody to pray with, I'll pray with you. I've had people call me up and say, hey, Sean, I'd like you to pray with me. God's honest truth, I have no clue why you need to pray with you or for you, but I will pray with you and for you because God himself told me, if anybody asks, pray with them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. No matter who you are. But definitely keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Holy cow. Has anybody heard about Chase's son and his ex-wife? That'd be the next thing. I'd like to know. I need to call Chase up and ask him. Did Chase's son, did they find him? That would be my next thing to ask. Anybody? I'm gonna wait for just a second. If anybody's heard anything about Chase and his son, I don't know. But God help Chase and his son and his family. Keep them safe, secure, and bless them. Blue said, hadn't heard anything. I hadn't heard anything either. But definitely keep him in. I think I'm going to put him on a prayer chain, Chase. I'll make that, put him on there. But if you want to be a part of that prayer chain, which I'm going to update here in just a little bit. On the My Chasing the Truth community board tab. Definitely put that on the prayer chain. If anybody, I think I still have his number. I'll have to look and see. I got his email. I'll see if I can send him something. See if I can find out. Okay. Last time I heard, weren't broadcasting too much info as boots are on the ground. We're getting close. Well, so they're actively still seeking him out. Okay. Levi's son's name. Okay. All right. Definitely got him on the prayer thing. God, please bless Chase and his son Levi and his ex-wife and Levi's little brother. In Jesus Christ's name, may they be found. Amen. All right, folks, that's about it. That's all I got for tonight. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving, and I believe I'm out of here. And we'll see you next Saturday night over on the Dark Waters radio channel, Dark Waters YouTube channel. Prayers for Dark Waters as well. Absolutely. I pray for James multiple times a week, actually. Believe it or not. I pray for all my family, all my friends, all my loved ones, those people that are near and dear to me in my life. I pray for them, without a doubt. And James is one of them. So God bless y'all, and I'll see you next Saturday, or if in between now and then, I might jump on somewhere. You never know. God bless y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.